Wow, a very good morning to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. If it is your first time, this is Artistic Thursday, and of course, the 10th of April, 2025. We are embracing art to the best way possible. And remember, of course, because the issue of art is from the beginning, and of course, we are embracing right here across all digital platforms, www.lookuptv.co.ke, or rather on Facebook and YouTube. Is the hashtag The Morning Drift and Artistic Thursday. You mind, I'm holding something here which will be explained further with our guest that is joining us this morning. And of course, ameniambia ilikuwa nivaa hii but ameniambia niache umama kidogo, but we'll get to understand how this came into existence. My name is Okech. Thank you so much for joining us. Make your comments live across our social media platforms, and we are starting this way. Habari gani? Please introduce yourself.
My name is Neema Juma. And I'm happy to be here. I'm an art lady, an entrepreneur. I'm not inspiring, I'm just feeling so cold. An entrepreneur and an actress, also a filmmaker.
All right. You're an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
And you said you're feeling cold. Sijui tutatoaje hiyo baridi?
Shall go by nitazoea tu sasa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice one. So you've done this for quite some time, and all these the work of your hands.
Yeah.
Naima, please tell us how you began this.
I actually had passion for art when I was still so young as a kid, and I'm so glad my mom let me exploit to the best.
Indeed.
Yeah, she's always been there for me. I want pencils, she brings. I want colors, she's there. I want threads, she's just there.
How old are we talking about?
2, 3 with the drawing books and all that. Yeah.
Wow. I wish ungekuja na hizo stuff tuzione hapa.
And these ones like kitambo, like drawing books and all that. I used to just color anyhowly, and then slowly you discover, oh, I can do this. Let me try this. I actually think my first thing that I did was artistic was a pot. Yeah, a pot. I think I was in class 1 or 2, if I remember very well. It was a pot. I made it at school and then brought it back at home. My mom was like, wow. Ulijua jo unaweza fanya kitu kama hiyo? I'm like, I don't know. I just sat there and thought of it.
So nyinyi ndio wale kwa PP1 mlikuwa mnatesa sana na art.
Yeah.
Wow. How's the journey been?
So far, so good.
Indeed.
I like the process.
Like the process.
Yeah.
Of course, you are in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, embracing art. Na hiyo time huko unajua of course kama inaweza come to life. Please share with us your childhood journey on art, na pia to understand that the fact that hata kama I'm still young, but there's something in me that I can address.
The fact that I've always wanted to be a designer and have my own brand kept me pushing, but I didn't know I'll also end up here in Crochet. I just used to do drawings, colorings, and pottery by that time, because also at school, the school I was, it was kind of an international school whereby we used to do kinda.
Oh, it's kinda.
Kinda,
right.
yeah. So we used to have art classes. Yeah. So that's when I developed slowly. And then when I grew up, you had to...
Grew up, that is how old?
Around 10. That's when my mom moved out of Kenya, and then we moved into a new country, new place, new art, new everything. That's Uganda. They always do weaving. That's when I was like, I think I'm interested with also weaving, because everything with hands, you know. So she was like, I'll teach you, my mom. She bought those things, the sisal, colored them, and then she's like, you do this. I'm like, wow, okay. And I thank God I have that thing. If I just look at you doing anything, I'll definitely try it out.
So what have I done this morning?
Is it artistic?
All right, so the kind of international thing, and your mom moving out, and that is why tulipopatana you weren't speaking Swahili.
I'm just used to speaking English, because most times in UG there are a lot of languages. So to hear me, I hear you.
Indeed.
It's English. It's English, because there are over, I don't know, 30 languages, and you can't speak yours, I speak mine. Yeah.
Clearly. Now you're at 10, you are growing up, and there's support now that is coming in and making sure that manzi, so this thing you can do it. Then later on, now you realize that this is your potential. At what time now did you realize that this indeed is a line to follow?
COVID. I think I was in Form 3, the first COVID, because I was still in Uganda. So the first COVID came about. We had 2 COVIDs actually in Uganda, so funny. So the first one came, we went back to school, and then the second came, we were in lockdown. So There was a day I was in the market, and then I saw a shop having such crafts, like the earrings. And then I entered inside. I was like, wow, wow, wow. Like I felt peace. I was like, yeah, this is home. So I asked her, like, can I come here, just be hanging around and all that? Because the only thing I didn't know how to do was beading work. So I was like, can I come and have beading classes? She was like, yeah, okay. Can I take your number so that I can give it to my dad? And then that's when now my dad also fully started supporting me with my craft.
Indeed. Talk to us about the support system before we come now to the craft, some of the things that you made here. The support system from within your environment, that is your parents, and ensuring that our child knows how to do this and wants to perfect her craft.
Yeah, still thanking my mom, because anything I told her, like, I want this, she will get it for me. And then after doing it, she's like, okay, I think or it's purple, yes, add in some green, then you see. And then so when my dad started coming in, it's when I was wanting the beads, because I was in UG and in Kenya it's more cheaper. So I was like, I need this Masai beads. He gets me. And then after making, it's like, make me the other wrist bangle, Ikona Kenya, or write my name and all that. Yeah, I also started making things for my friend, like, you give birth, I make for your baby this or that. And then that's when I started getting in support from my friends. They're like, oh, so you can do that, I'll actually buy that, and all that. And also one thing that really pushed me, I have one of my uncles who is outside, so when he came back after COVID, he was like, you made it happen. I'm like, I made it. Wow, wow, wazungu watapenda hii, can you make many? I'm like, yeah, kama ni pesa I can.
All right, I must connect now to nje.
Nishike vizuri.
Yeah. All right. So you have your trouser right here, and at some point it's kind of different and imetengenezwa in a particular design. Would you like to share with us about that?
So actually about these pants, the story is so crazy. My friend, by the high Levin, she went to Kigomba to do some shopping. She's a theater actress. So I'd come and shop manguo. She got this trouser and it was not fitting her, and she was at my place. So she's like, Ebo, try this one. After trying it, this was so open for me. I was like,
I can understand.
So exposing. I sat down. I was thinking of how to wear this, because actually down it fits me so well.
Amazing.
I'm like, what will I do? What will I do? So having my scrape here, and they're like, let me try this out and see how it will come about. Trying the first one, I think I tried this first. And then it's like, okay, I like it.
Yes, love, yeah.
I like it. Then I was like, let me do more. So after doing it and then posting it on my TikTok, my friends are like, wow, wow. Then my sister's like, niko na rag, nitakuletea nitengeneza. I'm like, okay, amazing. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
Wow. It looks beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Because the first thing I saw was that, and we were
Think
having the conversation in the crochet, so it came out very clearly.
Okay.
Indeed. What about this?
That one is for a client. She hasn't yet picked it. She's in Kampala, so we always, when I'm free, she's busy, so it's always in the house. But she paid for it. She loves purple. Yeah. So the only challenging thing that I got with that bag was putting the lining. Oh my God.
Lining is what?
My God, the inside thing.
Oh, this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I really struggled.
So how long did it take you to do this?
The bag, the beaded bag, was one day, because I don't know, I think I was so stressed. Sometimes when I'm so stressed, I can do things faster, yeah. But the lining took me, I don't know, let me say 1.5 days, because I was trying it this way, it's not working out. I'm unraveling everything, trying it the other way. But I'm like, I'm not going to sleep because it's already in my mind. Pricking myself, it's just a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Before we come to the crochet now, you've mentioned some things to do with understanding art, and before you do something, you have to first of all internalize to get the depth of what you want to create. And also, you mentioned something about if you hadn't done the pant, it means most probably so many people wouldn't have seen the craft. What will be your take on trying out things so as to bring a reflection of art towards what you create?
For any creative, if you just have the idea, sketch it out and then go for it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Start.
Just start. Yeah, even if I always move with my things, by the way. If I just think of anything right now, just get my yarn, get anything that I have.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Always be ready. Ideas
Be
come
ready.
in time.
Sasa hakuna time unaribungu mambo like you wanted to create but sasa
actually all the mistakes is craft, though not really. It also depends if you're making it for the client or for yourself. For myself, neza yaribu, but again neza itengeneza in any other. I'm like, okay, here ijatoka vile nataka, but I can do it this way. But for a client who doesn't understand art, ameitaka hivyo, and then you've spoiled it, you're doomed. You're doomed.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You're doomed, and na sasa itabidi tena uanze tena.
Yeah, others can, like there's once I also made a top just like that purple one, but it was a pink one, so I don't know what I changed. Plus I think it was small. I used the same measurements, but I think I changed the hook. Haikumtosha.
Really?
Then she's like, ijantosha. Now that time imesha shipiwa nje. I'm like, oh God. But she was understanding. Then she was like, I gave it to my sister, I'll just order it another one.
I did.
I'm like,
what will you say about the time you used to create these things? You've used a lot of time, but it doesn't work out the way you preferred or the client preferred. And speaking about time, of course, the art take a lot of time. How do you balance your time?
No, it also depends with who you are and how much love do you have for it. Art to me is not a burden. I can just do anything within seconds if I'm really into it.
The full-time job?
It's a hobby. I turned it into a full-time job.
I like.
Yeah.
So are you currently doing art full-time?
Yeah.
So how do you balance your time then?
Like, let me say this week, I have like, I have something like 3 orders. So I can wake up earlier, do something, and then maybe go back to sleep if I'm not going anywhere, and then wake up and then do it. Or if I'm going anywhere, do it like for 2 hours, go where I'm going. I'll also still carry it, because if there's nothing I'm doing around, then I sneak around and do it. Yeah, then at night I'll give myself 2 or 3 hours and then do it, yeah, like that.
Amazing. All right, so talk to us about now the crochet things. This like this one, for instance, nimona nia warembo.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to make this?
Hiyo nilikuwa nayo na hasira. I just took 3 days because actually, to all the creatives out there, don't do an order without a deposit. It was for a friend. So aliniambia, you know, make it for me, I'll just pay. I'm like, it's okay. Kuifanya ati, girl, I changed my mind. I'm like, really? Really? Okay, it was into kind of another top, but so vile alisema hivyo, then I had to just add the arms and all that. Nikasema nitaiva tu mimi mwenyewe, uzuri haiozi. Yeah.
How long, of course, did it take you to do this? You said 3 days.
Yeah.
And are there longer times that you take to make crochet?
If I'm so busy with other stuff, I can even take a week or 2 weeks.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Na hizi vitu zinachukua time sana.
Not really.
Like for instance, kama uko stressed.
Kwanza nikiwa stressed ndo nafanya sana, because I'm like so focused. I'm like, focus girl, don't think about anything else.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So how did you learn to make this?
The first thing that I learned was how to make a chain, because we have foundation chain, foundation chain, single crochet, and then now YouTube helps more because there are new patterns every day. So you'll just go and learn a pattern, then like, I'll try this pattern on this, like that.
All right. So what are some of the challenges that Naima has endured in the line of embracing art?
Underpaid. Underpaid. Like, you price your thing this way because someone doesn't prioritize art. If you get such a person, takwambia nakupea tu 500. You know, like, yeah, it does. Yeah, like, and then also trying to convince customers, mostly for the crochet. Itanichoma, like, no, it's cotton, it's this. Really? Yeah, another person, kwani nikitembea tao mtu hawezi vuta uzi, like, no, you're just convincing customers. Also, patience. Sometimes you lose patience out of yourself. Yeah. And also, like, now another big challenge, it's for like the men's section. They're like, what thing is I give it to Zamachali? I'm like, I also have things for men, but you guys, if you don't order, how will you not know that I have them, like that? Yeah.
But pia mimi neza teta you've not come with any.
I know, I also send them pictures, but they're like, this is koko wazungu, inaweza tokea hivi. I'm like, yes, just trust me with your money.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So how much money are we talking about?
It's not much money. Nikote nyuma ya tent.
All right, maybe see there's someone watching and angependa hii trouser. Trouser yake ifanywe hivi. How much will you charge for that?
For this, it depends with also the type of yarn that you want me to use. There is different types of yarns, different types of pricing. It also depends with how your jean is so ragged and all that, because it can just be something like this. I mean,
indeed.
Yeah.
Naima, how do you balance the challenges that you face in creating your art? You've mentioned a couple of things, but now how do they build your craft in the near future for your growth as well, and peer for the benefit of the creation that you're doing?
First things first, have patience with yourself. Just have patience with yourself. Know yourself, who you are, what type of craft do you want to make, and then everything will just be smooth.
And then everything will just slide.
Yeah, everything will just
slide. Na sasa
slide.
historia Ruto hizi vitu zina slide kweli?
Yeah. Watu wako na pesa huko nje. Wewe maskini peke yako.
Sisi ndio hatuna pesa.
Hii hamna pesa.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've made quite an amount of money in the
Yeah, thank God. I thank God.
Amazing. So far ni client gani ulisema na niliuza?
Bangles. That was when I was starting, my uncle. Also some other projects that I've not carried, others I didn't even post. One of the best ones, masweta hizo. Kwanza vile sasa ni baridi. Yeah.
Jebeba yako, silikuwa nasikia baridi.
Me I'm okay.
Okay. Ushaundia any celeb?
Not really. I always actually there's one project at home. She's a fashion designer.
Amazing.
We met on set. Then she's like, I was actually wearing that. Then she's like, I need something like that. So Juzinda amenitumia vitu anataka.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So you unaenda kuua mbaya?
Yeah. I'll be posting it on my Instagram.
Yeah. Of course, we are having now art in the same light. That there's so many theater productions that are out here. There's so many sets that are out there. So how will creatives like you making these particular designs come in to make sure that their art is seen on these particular platforms? That the film sets, that the theater sets will now employ people like Naima to come and dress them up?
You just have to be unique about your craft, and then approach them, post, go meet them, and all that.
How do you approach them?
Actually, on the other side, I'm an actress and a filmmaker. So sometimes when I go on set, I just have my things and they'll be like, "Can you be a wardrobe person?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Never know for the side as well. Has it ever occurred to you?
Yeah, I think 2 weeks ago I did wardrobe on a certain movie. It will be coming soon.
Indeed, can't wait to see what they're dressing up.
Yeah.
Indeed. So even as we get to the bottom line of the first session, you are a lady. And of course you are in the space of art where there's so many other people that are also fighting towards elevating their craft in one way or the other. Do you think ladies are getting the space to elevate their crafts?
Yeah. I mean, they are the largest in this industry. So hardship will be there because maybe we are many. Like the customer that would come to me would go to you or the other person, but they are slowly coming up.
Indeed.
The challenges is to the men because some people see it weird for a man to sit down and crochet. Yeah, but the ladies, wako sawa tu.
Indeed. Yeah. What about competition?
Yeah, the competition is
within the environments of your creation.
It's tough. It's tough. Just be unique. Be unique.
How unique are you?
I mean, in your designs, just be unique in your designs, the way you handle, okay, the designs might be the same, but how do you handle your customers? How do you price? And after they get their thing, how do you still treat them and all that? Yeah. Engagement.
All right. For the younger ladies like you, Vin, how can you make them understand this?
Understand the art or?
I understand that manzi balance to competition, wekuwa unique, nini.
Jitambue kwanza. Ukishajitambua, you'll just know how to handle these things. Yeah.
All right. Perhaps sasa tunachukua break. Sasa ulitengeneza kazi again?
It's also a client's order. Na iko tu ndani ya nyumba. Though wanalipa, so hao ndio wananiambia I need this on this time, like it's okay.
So ini how much?
That's okay. I charged it in I charged it in Uganda money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So imeandikwa if someone wants this, inakaa kama rosari.
What?
Someone wants this.
It's a waist bead actually.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, I know. So I see. So that means you want a different color. Even as a pelekea mtu wako?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Amazing.
Unaweza, yeah.
Right.
Or maybe you can know you can also know the favorite colors and then you tell me, mtu wangu anapendaga pink.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So tutakuja kutengenezea shambala na everything. Sinda. Alright. Na pia nimeona uko na hizo ma earrings.
Yeah.
Alright. So ladies and gentlemen, of course the conversation is ongoing. It's a chilly conversation because it's crochet is peaceful. It needs umetulia too.
Actually it's also my safe space and
indeed.
Yeah.
So
kinikasirisha tu hapa mimi naenda tu crochet nitulize huko.
Yeah. But out of jam.
Like yes nitajam but just to control myself I just sit down and think of something. Yeah, nitashona tu ama nitabid ama whatever.
Okay. So if you want to earn, of course, come to the peaceful space right here on the Morning Drift on Look Up Television. Of course, we're embracing art to the best way possible. And remember, this is just part of the glimpse of the conversation we are having entirely on Artistic Thursday. Naima Juma amesema environment and peaceful space to make sure that this is coming to life. But when we come back to the next session, we want now to understand the beauty of art right in the country and to understand the space that women hold to make their craft known and become better people in the society. And beyond. How do we address this and to make sure that we have a stable environment for this particular art? And kama hii kitu hainunuliwi, so how can we at least convince our clans to make sure that hii stuff inakam fiti? In the next session also, we'll have the discussion on her being part of the film and acting. Of course, atatuonyesha ujuzi yake kidogo ya kuact, even as we address the particular environments za Naima's art. She called herself Naima the Craft Queen. So don't go too far. Make sure you get an insight on Naima.
If you want to have a proper outlook of the economy, then you have to speak to the walls and gears of the integral businesses in the country.
And I want to be able to make the youths and everybody coming up in Kenya know that this is here locally.
Men and women in the thick of the burst of markets rising and falling, fighting to make their business decisions stick.
I've always lived in my career that I can never be late.
You need to train by yourself. You need to practice by yourself. Then from there you can compose yourself and give kind of services like this.
On season 2 of the Captain's Arena, we seek the inside of the shift in the markets, get inspiration to start and make sense of it all.
Just watch what everybody else is doing and just make sure you're giving back to the society.
Oof. This is the Captain's Arena.
Feeling like unwinding and calming your nerves down after a long week? I'm Nika Kala. Join me on the Nakala Report this coming Friday and every Friday at 8 p.m. only on Look Up TV. At Nakala Report, we turn the insanity into sanity and sanity into insanity.
How do you start your engine when it is time to drive? Are you a first-time car buyer or want to upgrade your wheels? Do you know your car brand? Is it powerful, stylish, or does it turn heads as you drive past? Well, let's get to know all about wheels on the Daily Drive Show with Ian Otieno as we review all automobiles inclusively, specs and powertrain, interior, exterior, and pricing. Get on board with Ian Otieno for a dose of automobile scene on Look Up TV.
tu taarifa zinapochipuka na kutufikia papa hapa kwenye makao makuu ya chumba cha habari cha runinga ya Look Up. Kwenye taifa, kwenye serikali, kwenye bunge, tunajitosa hadi kwenye sauti ya wenyeji ili kupata tu maoni ya wenyeji kuhusu masuala haya yanayochipuka.
Maana hii kitu inaenda kuumiza Mkenya kwa tax.
Hakuna kitu tunafurahia. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Sisi tunaumia, si ati tunaumia ile ya kiukweli. Juu maisha ni ngumu.
Na bila shaka tunapata maoni yao ili sauti yao ipate kusikika. Na watasema hili, waseme lile, watasema hiki na waseme kile, almuradi sauti yao ipate taa.
Mambo ya mafuta tena imekuwa ni changamoto zaidi kwa kila mtu wa bodaboda.
Uchumi ikikuwa stable, tunaamini mambo itakuwa sawa sawa.
Kwanza liko na ria wa boda, mama mboga nini. Hao sasa ndio wamefinywa zaidi mazuri.
Mpenzi mtazamaji, hii ni bunge la wenyeji.
Kipindi ni ukulima ni mali na Manjoro. Kumbuka hapa ndipo unajifunza mambo mengi kuhusu ukulima. Kilimo ni uti wa mgongo wa nchi, na ukiwa na Njoro unajifunza. Kumbuka, angalia mwenyewe. Tunakuambia ukitaka kujua tips za ukulima, ungana na sisi kwenye Look Up TV. Every Sunday unatukuta pale saa 10, tunakuonesha kuhusu ukulima. Ukulima wa mimea, ukulima wa ng'ombe, ukulima wa kuku, ukulima wa mbuzi na yote ambayo yanahusiana na ukulima. Kumbuka nini? Kipindi ni ukulima ni mali.
Welcome back. An approach of art indeed, Artistic Thursday, the morning drift on Look Up Television. We are hosting Naima Juma, of course, an actress and an entrepreneur, and of course, anafanya hizi crochet, which are amazing indeed. Earlier on, we were having the conversation on what she is creating and what she has created and the benefits that she's received from her creation. But meanwhile, so we are having this particular art designs, the crochet designs that yeye ametengeneza, and kuna hii inakaa ganja farmer na inakaa all right, please give us an insight on these 3 creations.
Where should I start from?
Start from the beauty of it all.
Okay, so that one I created it last year. Still the same season. It was
this one?
Yeah, it was a cold season. It was an inspo from one of also the best crocheters.
Indeed.
And then I was like, let me see if I can try and mimic it, and yeah, it came out nicely.
What's the name of the best?
Shayla.
Nice.
Shayla Crochet. Yeah.
In Kenya?
No.
Aizikuwa Kenya.
Aizikuwa Kenya.
Right. That was the inspiration.
Yeah. I copied like everything, the color, everything was nice. And then, so for this, how it came about, I went for an audition, and then in the evening they called me like, hey girl, you've got a call back. And so the role that they gave me was that city girl, that, I don't know, that doesn't care, nakanika navuta mafegi and all that. So I was like, what? And then they told me, come with your stuff. So I was like, what can really bring that character out? And then I was like, Rastafari, Bob Marley.
Yeah, I saw this one. I saw a picture of this one. You wearing it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was on Kinyash Media.
As in
Kinyash Media. The Kinyanju.
Oh, the
Kinyanju and classmate. Yeah, Kinyanju and classmate.
So why the design that looks like a ganja?
Because the character's like the city girl, city girl vibes.
Indeed.
She's like, I think from the ghetto and all that. So it's like, those people love kind of Rastafarian colors and all that. Yeah.
You know, mtu akiangalia naona inakaa kadogo. Laiti angalijua.
That's straight.
All right.
That's straight.
What about this one?
I was supposed to wear this coming here today. I just woke up and changed my mind in the morning.
Kuona utachanganya watu.
Nikasema tacha ni bebe.
But it looks nice.
Yeah.
So hii ni ya juu chini pia?
No, it's just a skirt.
All right.
It's like I don't know, mid skirt, yeah.
Sawa. Indeed zinakaa fiti sana. Someone will ask of us, napenda hii, what are the charges? Ama tuchapie tu zote.
Pesa kidogo tu. Pesa kidogo tu, si wengi. Yeah, you can get me on my Instagram, tutaongea.
Indeed. Of course, pia utashare handle zako ndio pia msaidie kureach business. So how do you make sure that you get your income? Do see earlier on we discussed about kutumia time yako, effort, nini and everything. So how do you establish now your income?
There's some people who also calculate time, but as for me, since I'm fast, I can make something even in a day.
Indeed.
It's how dedicated I'm doing it for you, and maybe the yarns I've used and other things. Maybe nimetumia uzi nikaweka some glitters nini. Yeah, I'll calculate that, and then the dedication that I've used to make it, and then yeah, nipige mahesabu zangu.
Unapenda hesabu za behind the curtain sana. Na maana unataka kutuambia ni price.
Okay. Okay, so for this dress it's for 2K, this one is for 2,500, and then this one is also for 2K.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So if anyway.
Uliza tu. Uliza tu.
I'll ask. So that one now is behind the scene. So now,
okay.
Where do you get your material?
I have my suppliers. One of them is an Indian. Yeah. Anauza hizo zote Robi in Winter King and all that. And then the other market is also, or is it Osona market? Let me hope I've pronounced it so well. They bring shipped materials. So if anything that I want is not from Kenya, then I go to that market. They have glittered yarns. They have other type of yarns zenye ziko tu Kenya.
Oh, si uzi tu unachukua.
No, si uzi tu, because it also depends on the client. Unaweza kuwa uko na certain type of picture which imetumia certain type of thread and you really want that. So mimi nitakwambia, are you ready to pay the money? Because we have even threads that go up to 3,000 Kenya shilling, and it's just one ball. So tell me you want maybe a dress or a trouser and it's using like 10 balls.
That is 30K.
30K for yarn. I've not yet done other mahesabu hapo.
Ndio mtu yenyewe akiruka unasikia vibaya sana.
Yeah.
Indeed. So kuna time when you run out of stock, design ya the Indian when you umesema hajaleta, and any other place hujapata.
He never runs out of stock. I'm the one who runs out of stock. Maybe nimechukua uzi kidogo. And then my deadline is.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So how do you handle that? Na client is on your neck.
I just know how to handle your customers. I know your customers. I know who you're dealing with. Plus, I also tell my customers, also post it every time on my statuses and all that. If you know you want something from me and you know it's for a function, or just order it a month before, so that ndo nikimaliza we do the fitting, know where we're adjusting and all that. Because tell me why you're having a birthday next week and then you're ordering this week. It's not making sense, right?
Itakupa tu pressures as it makes sense.
Yeah, I will make it, but sasa I might make it too fast, whereby to get time to measure, do the fittings and all that. Yeah.
A client has reached out, either physical or online. How do you know that this one now is hii ni jaba hii hakuna huyu ananisumbua tu bure?
You just no feel there's someone who's just always asking hii ni ngapi, hii ni ngapi, hii ni ngapi. You'll just know that person is not serious, because after asking hii ni ngapi, then I'll send you the number to send the money or deposit. Yeah. And then someone who's serious will just pay to demand you.
So there's also an issue of trust.
Yeah.
That I trust Naima will deliver, then you trust me that I'll give you the cash.
Yeah.
So
me to trust you that you'll give me the cash is deposit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, before I touch anything, you have to first deposit.
Really?
Yeah. That's when I know you want it.
Indeed.
Even if you change your mind, you already deposited. So just take it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. You're making these for the benefits of your income na upate kakitu. If at all imefika point that now sasa kuna umeran maybe 1 month, that ukiangalia uko nyuma mali umetoka, there's an amount that you wanted to attain but haijafika. There are also so many other business people, business women, businessmen that are out there, and approach yao hiyo ndio ilikuwa come through, haijafika. So by the end of the time, see, they still have bills to pay. Has it ever occurred to you in that particular situation?
Yeah, but some things are just out of your control. You don't have control over them.
Kusota is...
It's just, yeah, kusota ni normal. Kila mtu usota. Yes, and kusota doesn't necessarily mean you don't have money. Yes, you have the money, but for other things, not for maybe what you want to do.
So wewe hivyo ndio iko?
Yeah, that's
Unajua kuna
how.
watu mtu anasota all rounder.
Yeah, hiyo pia iko. Kuna ile like you don't have anything, you've used it to do this or buy this and all that, yeah. Kusota is in many ways.
Indeed.
Kuna ile atakwambia sina pesa but akona 5,000 for other things.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Tano ya pombe, sindio?
Yeah.
All right, let's come back now to performance. That is the excellence and the beauty of your craft. So you are looking forward to make these things for how long, as you speak?
I'm dying with my craft. I'm going with it to the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ndio kutengenezee crochet yani.
Ni sawa. I'm going with it to the grave.
Okay. The beauty of it all is the excellence in it. Do you think that the industry acknowledges this kind of presentation?
Yeah, they do. Because we also have runways for it. Yeah, you can go and showcase and all that. Yeah.
Did?
They are.
Model.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm actually, those are my goals this year, to embrace it more, make for models, go on runways, and yeah, building the brand more and more.
Right. So talk to us a little bit about now film. What's your participation in it?
I'm an actress and also a writer, like script writer.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. For how long now?
2 years. I just joined film school yesterday, last year, finished, and then now went for my internship, and that's when, sure.
Indeed. So you can write?
Yeah.
All right. I believe your presence here, you will also have a writing.
Yeah, sure.
Indeed. We're looking forward to that.
Utatuandikia
kitu?
Yeah.
All right. I can't wait to hear that, perhaps. You being in the limelight of the film industry and ukapiga elimu yako nini, how do you handle that?
Actually, it's also a thing that I also wanted. Actually, when I was young, I wanted to be a lot of things. But I see daktari, see engineer, see rubani and all that. But so now growing up, you just have to take a particular thing. For art, it was a hobby that I just turned it into
profession.
Yeah. And then for acting, it was a thing that I was really yearning for, because also at school I used to participate in dramas and all that, drama festivals, etc. Yeah.
All right. You used to sing as well?
Not really, maybe, I don't know, but not really. Mostly the acting. Kujaribu too, yeah.
All right. Maybe to ask this, film and the hobby, balance?
Sometimes it's really hard. Yeah, I can't lie. Sometimes it's really hard. Like sometimes I'm like the whole week I have things to do, maybe on set and all that, and then I have also orders that are really on my neck, and then sometimes I'm just not having both. I mean, yeah, I'm sitting. Sina order, sina the other side. Yeah, it's just
that
like
is the
that.
time
Then sometimes, then sometimes maybe I have them, but I can still balance them. Like one order, that's not hectic.
Indeed. Do you write? Lazima tukiwe physical, as in like writing?
No. They're writing apps. They're writing apps for scripts. Yeah, you just go. They're online ones. The ones you can download and sign up and all that. Yeah, you just go and then start writing, because it guides you.
What about the writing in your mind?
You have to first have it in your mind. Like, for example, you can have a synopsis of like, yeah, she's just a girl from nowhere and then she was interviewed. Yeah, so how will you spice it up? Yes, it might be a true story, but there's some fiction. How will you spice it up so that you get audience to watch it and share it and be like, I watched a certain movie, that girl was interviewed. Yeah, you first have to have it all in your mind.
Indeed.
Cook it up and then start writing.
Our film director Dante Max, of course, will like to see the excellence of your craft.
I've worked with him.
By the end of the session, we'll get an attachment on, our engagement. Then I think the synopsis or the story will be, I don't want to host you.
It's okay. I'm so lucky that I've worked with Dante's. Yeah, he was my director of one of the films, not yet out, but stay tuned.
Okay. Yeah, look direct.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you like my idea? So by the end of the session, we'll do that.
Yeah, we can try it out.
All right. So they have selected you in roles, best roles. You've said that this is significant towards the empowerment of your craft. When they are giving you roles and you don't want them, what is the best approach to have in that particular settings?
Actually, it also depends with your boundaries, because people have boundaries. I can't do this, I can't do that. For most of the roles that I've been given, I always love taking them as a challenge. Yeah. As kwangi I will eat, but you just have to take it in a positive way. See how you compromise yourself and all that.
What will be your take on the film industry position right in the country as we embrace the industry?
Actually, we are growing. There's a bright future. Yeah,
not on a release my movie.
What on a release mbaya sana. Just guys support Kenyan content. Yeah, okay, to say me watch Hollywood, Bollywood and Nollywood, but our people are really doing great work out there. Yeah, just support them, go for the screening, pay for the tickets and all that. Meet these people, go for auditions if you're an actor, actress, whatever. If you're a filmmaker, just approach these people and tell them they're humans like you. Yeah.
The only role that is there is for you to have an interaction, like intimacy, like
confidence. Just confidence. Be like,
na kama hujaichapa hiyo kitu,
imagine mwenye hajawahi chapa ndio ataichapa vizuri, because maybe you wanted it but you're just frightened.
Indeed.
You just come and say, can you give me that role? Yes, I'll not let you down. Or I'm a camera operator, can you know?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Unajituma mbaya.
Unajituma too, because if you sit at home and be like, yes, I am a filmmaker, who will know you're a filmmaker if you're not approaching or doing anything? Yeah, because hata nikikuja kwako nikwambie yes, I'm a filmmaker, you'll ask for my work, right?
Yeah. Umerecord gani kweli? So many films that are out maybe in the country and zenye make excellence. I was having a conversation, ni lazima zikuwe na drugs, lazima zikuwe na sex kind of stuff, lazima zikuwe na your approach. It's somehow a secular environment, which ni kama hiyo is a trend haraka sana. The content creators that are of course are within social media influencers, lazima kuwe na your approach ya secularism. But pia I don't know if you saw that story, the TikTok environment midnight. Sinaona hiyo environment see ile approach it's very clean. So do you think that is the only thing that can sell out for creators as well, as a film creator and of course as an actor?
I think that's what the people have showed interest in, plus maybe because it's just our daily life. Si tuko hapa but kuna mtu anavuta bangi huko, you know? Tuko hapa and maybe there's someone doing dirty things out there. I think they've just normalized it, like the way most people are like, we're tired of crime movies in Kenya, we need to change. We really need to change, because yes, kuna mvutaji bangi in real life, which you can also add in your script. But what about love?
Mchungaji.
Yeah, what about love out there? What about mchungaji? Kuna mtu ako huko mchungaji. What about making money crafts? Why don't you talk about such a person, paintings and all that? Like, just see Hollywood. They have different narratives of different things. There is a love comedy story, there's a thrilled one, there's an action-packed, there's a horror movie out there. You know, they're just different types of topics. Not only drugs, or crime, tumeiba bank, tumefanya hivi. There are different types of things. Kuna ile tulienda Mombasa tuka-enjoy after that. Tulifika Mombasa, what are the challenges there? Or I went there, did I meet new love? Did I meet new friends? Yeah.
Indeed. And on the other side, theater, tuko na hiyo balance kweli, because the only place tuko nani Alliance and KNT. Do you have other bases that could support wa theater?
Actually, I think theater is also growing, but it's good. It's doing good. Alliance is really supporting the theater part very well. Yeah. There was also an audition yesterday that I didn't go, but inafanya poa. But it's also still growing. You know, like sasa majenzi ndo wameingia kwa hizi vitu. You know, they're trying to bring out new ideas, this and this. Yeah.
Speaking about theater, Butere Girls is trending. You saw that? It's trending about Ruto must go. There was a creation that was written, but in emphasize Ruto anafa step down, which of course had a clash on the government. Itabidi wasi perform nationals, because it's their craft. How do we understand the virtues when we are creating our own designs, when we are writing a script, when we want to perform a particular script, then ikifika huko mbele isikuwe na tafash.
Just be careful first and foremost, then do a lot of research before writing whatever you're trying to write or portraying whatever you're trying to portray, because inaweza kuletea shida, inaweza potea hapa dakika moja tukose kukuona tena. Yeah, just do a lot of research. There's also, I think we also have copyrights. After writing, you have to submit it for a copyright so that they tell you is it legit or not, because if it's not legit, automatically you'll not perform it or act it.
Indeed. You not perform it or act it. Wow. All right, so I think sasa tumeshapata entire view ya the film and the theater thing. What are the challenges so far you've endured when you want now to perform all these things that your role naweza ichapa sana on the film side? Pia hiyo manzeni invite crochet zangu ziko fiti, they can wear them. So what are some of the things that you come through when you're embracing your particular talent in the art as well?
For theater, most times it's giving in for the rehearsals. Where? Tricky, tiresome. At the end of the day, it's worth it, dependent with the production. But sometimes I've also acted set books, but I didn't do it for too long. I think it was 6 months and all that.
What book?
Set books like the books that are Bembea and the Fathers of Nations and all that. So for that, it's a little bit tricky because sometimes you can really do rehearsals and then shows zipote. You know, you've given in your time and all that. For this other theater, they are not joking with you. They are not joking with you. Things are tough. You have to have all your lines because at least for film, ukisahau watasema cut. But for theater, ukiingia ndo hivyo, ukihata ndo hivyo, unangoa tu hapo, and then you don't have to show umengoa. You have to be serious, you know.
Not after your line.
Yeah, and then for this, and then the other side, you just go to someone, or maybe someone who's doing wardrobe, and then you'll be like, I also have some of my designs, well, maybe you can use it, and then they'll be like, we'll get back. Well, kweli they get back. Kweli they get back.
Get back.
Yeah. So then you'll be like, hey, you remember? Oh yeah, I'll get back to you just in a few. You know? Yes, but kujituma too. You never know. Doors open. Also, the hardship I've also gained in acting. Some roles on appeal, and then you'll be like, this is not me, but anyways. Yeah.
Indeed. Umesema uliperform set box. So that was last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
Indeed. And you did Bembea?
Last year, but one entering last year.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what role in Bembea?
I was Sarah. I was first given name and then they changed me to Sarah.
All right. There's someone watching here and anasema nataka kusikia line moja tu ya Sarah.
That was one of the hardest roles that I had to deal with, because tell me why I'm just waking up every morning to act sick and I'm not sick. Act sick, act 63-year-old.
Yeah, if I remember this line clearly, there's a theater group that I was watching. I was gonna perform your Bembea Maisha. Says Sarah bado ungali pale pale.
Pale pale, yeah.
Ilikuwa Moshu.
Moshi bado sijui Moshi hujafuka, something like that.
So you're answering, how did you answer that?
Then like Yona sijui chakula bado, something like that. Sikumbuki vizuri, but ni kitambo.
Right. Do you think theater is fading?
It's not
like
fading.
The stage performance that is set book, because we are having the digital space now coming in.
Yeah, actually, but not really, because not all schools have big screens to watch. Yeah, so they'll just have to go the traditional way. Call guys and act in front of them. Indeed. Maybe for those big schools, like the Nairobi, whatever, they have also. The other schools are here, they have cinema halls, so maybe you can go there and watch. But there's that school in Muranga or Siaya somewhere there. Not really. They'll just have to.
Is there something that you regret towards now? You're doing your art. You've been in film, you've been in acting. Is there something that you regret and haungependa kufanya?
Since I've just started, not yet any regrets. The only regrets that I have is when I was a child. I was taken for an audition with my mom, and then I shied out. I mean, ningekuwa mbali, yeah?
Indeed.
But so, that was a go. Not yet any regrets. I'm still growing. Maybe uko mbele.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. So share with us your shoutouts, and so presentation is about to come. so if we want now to access Naima and get her products, how do we reach out?
So first things first, always thankful to God for this far and giving me the brains to think harder and giving me the energy. Shout outs to my mom for always supporting me, my dad, my siblings, oh my God, and then my friends, my cousins, my neighbors, and all other people on the social media. So you can get me on IG, Neema Juma. It's NA_ then IMA Juma. TikTok, Neema Juma. All other places, Neema Juma. Yeah, just Neema Juma, Neema Juma, Neema Juma.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And of course, we are so happy that you're here with us. And I believe also Eugene, Newton, and Sarah, and of course Sarah, Stergat, and as well as Kamefe, and above all Denmark's here with us, of course, watching you and making sure that the excellence of the art is coming in handy. But do you know how they are really making it their effort towards embracing peace?
Maybe.
Indeed. And I didn't want to host you.
Really?
I didn't want to host you.
Mbona hukuniambia before nifike hapa?
You came late. I didn't want to host you. This is the problem.
I came late or you came late?
Of course, as we end the conversation of
are you
Naima, you can't be serious. And after that, you're coming to give us some shout out that are even not available.
You know, you're seeing me laughing and you're thinking I'm not serious, right?
To make it serious for us.
You should make it serious.
It doesn't make sense.
You should be professional, and next time you should reach here earlier before me. Do you get it? Do
you think these are the creations that people want to see?
I don't care. If you don't want to see it, then they want to.
All right? I didn't look at it late. But it's okay. So as we, how do we protect our voices when we are shooting out things to the audience, making sure that they understand?
First things as first, jitambue tu with anything. Have boundaries as you. When you're given some things, you know you can do them, and then know the best way to approach it, and then deliver.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to also be here.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Naima Juma, for coming. And a big shout out to everyone that has made this a success. It is Artistic Thursday, and we are live on the Morning Drift across all social media platforms, Lookup TV on Facebook and YouTube, and of course our website www.lookuptv.co.ke. We appreciate that you are making the right here, and of course Naima Juma had mentioned earlier on that it's a peaceful space when we are talking about or we are embracing art. Now tomorrow we'll be having Entertainment Friday. We'll be inviting guests here just to get an insight on their views as well. It's art, but kind of using the voice so much, and if we embrace this to the best way possible, that is the element of art. See you tomorrow, even as we perfect the art right here on Lookup Television. We wouldn't say much, right? Even to make a fungus, no. So check out Naima Juma across all social media platforms, msupport vile mnaweza. See hapo ndipo tumeka funga. Thank you so much, Dantimax, for elevating the benefits of Artistic Thursday. My name is Moses Okech. See you then.
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get in touch with us through 0700 893 542 or send us an email to info@lookuptv.co.ke.